When I think about the man that I was in my early 20s, I wish I could go back and talk to him, honestly. I wish I could go back and say, hey, all these things that you think are important, they're not important. All these people that you think love you actually don't love you. They're actually holding you back. And all of these plans that you've got aren't going to work out. Buckle up. It's going to get hard, but eventually you're going to figure it out. Today, guys, I'm going to go over some brutally harsh truths that I wish I knew at 20. Number one is nothing changes if nothing changes. A lot of guys will spend years wanting a better body, wanting a better career, wanting to make more money, wanting a better relationship, but they do exactly the same thing. Nothing is magically going to change if you don't change your habits, if you don't change your outlook, if you don't change your work ethic. If you want something to change, you need to be the implement of change, which brings me to number two. Hard is better than easy. When we're younger, a lot of times we look for the easy button, right? What is the easiest way to get something done? What is the quickest, fastest way to basically not have to work hard? Well, I've come to realize through years of trials and tribulations that the hard way oftentimes is the best way. Because if something is too easy, whether or not it's a relationship or it's a job or it's a career, you don't value it. It's when you have adversity, it's when you have these challenges or these things are difficult. Those are the things that you strive for, that you work hard for, that ultimately end up giving you the most satisfaction and fulfillment. Number three is most people don't care about you. They're distracted by their own issues. We spend so much time and energy worrying about what other people think of us when they're not thinking about us at all. And this is one of the things that you need to understand and get through your head as quick as possible. Because once you understand that the world does not revolve around you, that people aren't concerned, it's going to free you, it's going to liberate you. It's going to allow you to be not so consumed with the fear of what other people are thinking of you or about you, and allowing you the freedom to go after what you want, to do what you want, to not worry about what other people are thinking. Because that honestly, unfortunately, is one of the things that holds us back. It held me back. When I think about all the energy that I wasted worrying about what other people thought of me, trying to be cool, trying to be liked, trying to make sure that I was wearing the right clothes or doing the right thing, when the truth is they weren't even thinking about me, they weren't worried about me because they were so consumed with their own life. People are distracted. Right? That's something you just got to understand. They're distracted with their own shit, their own issues, their own insecurities. And when you realize this, it truly is one of the most liberating things that you can finally come to terms with. It will free you emotionally. Confidence comes from evidence, not talk. I used to think that confidence was some like magical feeling, like I feel good. No, confidence is something that is built through you proving to yourself that you can do something, or that if you're challenged, you can overcome it. The way that you become confident in business is by doing the business. Not talking about starting a business, but doing the shit. You become confident approaching women after proving to yourself that, all right, the world isn't going to end when I go up and try to talk to somebody, even if they do have a boyfriend or they're just not interested. You prove to yourself. Confidence is something that you build over time. You do it, you achieve it, you feel it. The next thing that's hard to understand when you're younger is that your friends, the people you surround yourself with, will shape your life. At 20 years old, I thought like all my friends felt like permanent. Like, oh, ride or die. You're going to be there with me like forever. At 49 years old, I realized that none of them are still around. And it's okay. It's good to outgrow people. If your circle is not shrinking, if you are not surrounding yourself with better, higher quality people, even though it's less of them, you're not going to be on the right path. When I was younger, I thought I needed a lot of friends. I thought if more people liked me, if I was, buddies with everybody, fuck that. The next thing that was hard to understand is that you can't outrun your past. It's going to catch up with you. Until you're willing to face it, until you're willing to stand there and do the hard work, you're going to continue to spiral, your relationships are going to continue to suffer, and you're going to continue to not feel great about yourself. Guys, the one thing that happened and that changed everything for me was therapy. I talk about it often because I feel like it is one of the things that honestly we all should do at some point in our life. Now would be that point for most of you. Guys, I want to link down below to my special link. It's to today's video sponsor, BetterHelp. BetterHelp is an incredible online resource that I personally use. I'm going to tell you something that I didn't think I was going to tell you, but I just signed up again. I felt like I needed it. I was struggling. I didn't want to talk to my wife about certain things that I was dealing with, and I needed therapy again. And so the good news is I went to my link, I signed up, and I got my discount. I've had 2 sessions now. I was supposed to have the third one tomorrow, But I've got to go out of town for a funeral. One of my best friends, two best friends, Terry and Brian, their father, Ron, passed away. I was very close to him, and so I've got to go up to Philadelphia tomorrow to deal with that. And so I canceled my appointment with my therapist, and it was super sweet. He was like, hey, I'm here. If you want to message me through chat, anytime, if you're struggling, like, let me know. I would, be happy to help or just talk. And it was just like one of those things where it was like, yeah, like, that's fucking great. And it's amazing. Anyway, guys, I want you to hit the link down below. Go sign up for BetterHelp. All right, it takes a few minutes, answer a few questions, and then they're going to basically be able to connect you with a therapist that's going to be best suited for you with your needs based on what you're looking for. And then the cool thing is that usually you're going to be able to start communicating and having therapy within a few days. Something else that I thought was awesome that I just wanted to remind you about, in 2024, 137,000 people used their HSA and FSA benefits on therapy through BetterHelp. And so don't let them expire, all right? The end of the year is coming, and so if you're somebody that is ready to take action and actually do something amazing, go to therapy, all right? Don't forget to use your benefits. Guys, hit the link down below this video. Go to betterhelp.com/alpha-m. That's BETTERHELP.com/alpha-m. If you go through my special link, guys, you're gonna get 10% off your first month of therapy. Which brings me to the next harsh truth, and that is health is truly wealth. And it's not just your body, it's also mentally, emotionally, spiritually. If you are not healthy, nothing matters. When I'm in my 20s, right, I'm like, yo, I'm destructible. Right? Yeah, I don't think about diseases. I don't think about cholesterol and blood pressure. I don't think about sore backs and bad knees and arthritis. Man, at 49, I am telling you, it gets more challenging. I also have been able to experience more in terms of other people's not being healthy. If you're not healthy, nothing else matters. And no amount of money can save you. I just, again, got reminded of that yesterday, hearing about my friend Terry and Brian's father passing. It's like he had all the money he needed. They had all the doctors, the best treatments, but it didn't matter. If you're not healthy, nothing matters. You've got to protect your health like your life depends on it, like it is your most valuable asset, because it is your most valuable asset. And nobody is coming to save you. Another harsh truth that I learned the hard way. I thought that, okay, if I'm just a good person, good things will happen. Fuck that. Like, no, it doesn't work that way. Nobody is going to hand you anything just for being a solid dude or because you're likable. If you want to earn something, you've got to earn it. You've got to go out, you've got to get it. Nobody is going to rescue you. And like I mentioned earlier in this video, if somebody gives you something, you're not going to value it anyway. So get off your ass, get your head out of the sand, and make shit happen. Perfect timing, it doesn't exist. Now is the time. What are you going to do? You're going to wait? Which is something else that I wish I knew. Perfect timing doesn't exist, and you are going to screw things up. That's part of it. I was so scared of messing things up. I was scared of failing. I was scared of being embarrassed when I'd say I was going to do something, and if it didn't work, like, once you get that out of the way, and once you fail, once you really mess something up, once again, it's liberating, it's freeing. The next thing you need to understand is that your 20s set the tone for your 30s and your 40s. And what I mean by this is drinking. What I mean by this is your habits. What I mean by this is your diet. All the things that you're doing now in your 20s, they're going to perpetuate into your 30s, into your 40s. If you don't get this shit under control now, don't look around and be surprised at 42 and be like, oh my God, why am I still a loser? And the last thing I wish I knew in my 20s is that legacy is about impact. It's not about how many kids you have. It's not about the big monster achievements. It's about how you make other people feel and how you impact them on a daily basis. Legacy is about impact, the impact that you will leave on this world and other people. What did you do to change their lives for the better? What did you do to make this world a better place? That truly is what legacy is all about. If I could go back in time and talk to younger me, I probably wouldn't listen because I was such an idiot. I was also stubborn. I thought I knew it all. And that's the other thing that I guess you just need to realize. Even though you think you know what's going on, even though you think you've got it figured out, I've come to realize that there's a lot less black and white and there's a lot more gray areas when it comes to life, relationships, people, and situations. And it's about being open, it's about being honest, and it's about being a good person. Don't worry about being liked. Worry about leaving an impact. gentlemen, that's it. Just wanted to share some of the things that I wish I knew when I was younger.